Nakala. Today we are shooting it fast. We are shooting in this hot summerish weather, but we are shooting for something which is very hot, which is something very meaningful, which is something that shows the journey of a person from a layman to an boss. The web series is called Know the Boss, and we are coming up in the month of August. With us today, we have Dr. Pinakin Shah. Pinakin ji, in case I talk about him, he is a relationship expert. He's one person who tells about relationships. He's one person who tells about, who counsel us to be very subtle in our life in this hot relationship life. So over to you, Pinakin ji. Welcome in Know the Boss.
Thank you, Neha ji. I'm very excited to be in this show, Know the Boss. And this is about my journey, how I started and become my own boss. Now, I started about 40, 50 years back, just graduated freshly from the college. And I started my journey by learning many things about administration, about business, about finance, banking, everything. And this continued for maybe you can say 30, 40 years. Then I realized that there are so many things we need, which needs a lot of attention, like healing and relationships and such things. So this engineering line, which I was into, was actually not meant for me. I realized I'm into completely different thing than my heart tells me to do. So I started my journey in healing and counseling and training in various healing therapies. And this is how I help people.
Wow, so great. This is one another word that I have learned today is healing. So
Healing.
relationship आजकल के टाइम में जहाँ no one has time for each other. आपका क्या कहना है? ये एक वजह है relationship spoil होने की?
Exactly, I would say that. Now people have not understood the meaning of marriage, the meaning of relationship. Now in everything there are unexpected things happening. Like I'm expecting something in a marriage, which should not be there. A marriage is a marriage. It's a merger of two energies, yin and yang. Now in a marriage, two people are supposed to become one. So when two people become one, there is no I and there is no you. There is always we. But if you see in today's time, there is always I and there is always you. Accusations and such things are happening. Now people are expecting some kind of benefits out of marriage. That shouldn't happen.
ये आपका कहना है बिल्कुल ठीक है that these days marriages are based upon benefits. Like every partner, be it a male or a female,
Yes.
they want benefit out of the other person. So if you really feel in case we culminate benefit, is it worth
The marriage is supposed to be unconditional.
Okay.
You are not supposed to look for any benefits or expectations. You are just supposed to be one spiritually. Now, when you expect something, there are bound to be trouble.
Oh.
Now, that trouble may come after 2 years, or it may come even after 5 years. But what happens in modern times is the trouble starts coming within 6 months. And you see these days what is happening. Divorce in 6 months, divorce in 1 year, because they do not understand the concept of marriage.
So ये civilization का problem लगता है क्योंकि दोनों partners काम कर रहे हैं. So I guess this is the problem.
I believe that this is going to increase if the people are not well educated in how to maintain relationship. Now, for example, if the wives are already earning, they want to be independent.
True.
They don't want to be bossed around by the husband. Now, if the husbands better understand this, then you treat the wife equally, not below, not above. Now, there are so many things like you are not special, I am not special. We are all same. So, how to make our life better each and every day? So, I'm into erotic intelligence and emotional intelligence. Now, people do not know how to manage their emotions.
Okay.
Now, I have one simple mantra in this, that when something goes wrong or when there is an argument or somebody accuses you of something, please do not react immediately. Just think. When you think, everything subsides. It takes little time. So understand why the other person is saying and what they are saying. And then the problem gets over instead of escalating.
हम जो वो immediate reaction देते हैं वो
No, नहीं देना चाहिए. So I would say that 90% of the problems will be solved just by not reacting. Just give it time. It requires healing. There is something which the other party is telling you. Understand that and heal that.
अच्छा, आपने एक वर्ड यूज करा हीलिंग. तो मैं जानना चाहेंगे हम सब लोग कि हीलिंग जो है हम लोगों को स्पिरिचुअल हीलिंग पता है. So ये हीलिंग जो आप बोल रहे हैं ये किस तरह की है?
Actually speaking, there is no spiritual healing. It is spirituality. Spirituality means that you understand that you are not this body, you are not this wealth which you have created, you have simply accumulated all these things. You are just a soul, and soul never dies. So one has to understand that you cannot forever live with this body and with this wealth. So if you are having less expectations and more emotionally stable person, the life goes very smooth.
Wow. So आपका कहने का मतलब in short, in case I pick up the zest out of your conversation, it is very simple. We have to open the doors of our head and heart
Yes.
equally.
Yes.
It's not. We should not. In case it is heart, we should not utilize our brain. In case it is brain or work, it is brain to be utilized and not the
Exactly.
heart.
Exactly. So everybody is basically spiritual. But what has happened in modern times that you are going away from spirituality. The more you are away from spirituality, the more the problems in your life.
Okay.
There is no other way but to become spiritual. These people have to understand sooner or later.
Wow. Wow. So मतलब हम लोगों को जैसे बेसिक से सिखाया जाता है that you are bound in a relationship. So is marriage a foundation or it is something which gives you freedom?
Marriage is supposed to give the freedom.
Okay.
It is meant for freedom.
Okay.
Like it is like you are supporting your spouse by see the life is supposed to be experienced. Now that experience is supposed to be enhanced on a daily basis. You cannot go down, you have to only go up. So both the people in the marriage have to help each other, support each other in experiencing life in a very better way, in a very live way. Understand each other's negative points, positive points, and overcome all those things.
Wow. So you know how beautifully he taught us about being in marriage, but being in freedom. So guys, I would just say marriage is not about restricting yourself or bounding yourself. It is all about giving your head and heart of freedom. A freedom to live your dreams, live your life, live your heart. This is what I guess Pinakin ji also have to say.
Exactly.
Any specific message for these days people that you want to give?
Like, please become spiritual. Sooner the better for you. And please do not react to anything. Just think, enhance your knowledge, enhance your wisdom before even reacting to anything. These days, I am noticing people are spontaneously reacting and then later regretting. There is no point. Once you speak, the words are out of your mouth. You cannot take it back.
I have another question. I'm sorry I'm taking much of your time, but then another question is conversation. So when we talk about healing, is conversation something that plays a vital role?
Definitely.
How?
Very much important. Like what kind of words you are using. Because words are like weapons.
Yes.
You know, the words impact so much that you can dwell in that word for such a long time that this person told me like this, how can he? You know, instead if you use loving and caring words, it has a very much healing effect. Like if you say I love you to somebody and mean it really, and you know you care for somebody and say those kind of caring words, it has magical powers, it has healing powers. So that is what is needed.
And the manipulation, I would also, since I've asked about this word, I would also like to know manipulation. These days, this is what I have observed, that people have started manipulating in their relationship.
Exactly.
Is it required? Or, you know, probably honesty is still the best policy.
Honesty is always the best policy because manipulation never hides for a long time. It has to surface and you get exposed.
Great. So here we give a pause to our conversation with Dr. Pinakin Shah. He's taught us enough about relationship and being true in that. So thank you so much, guys, for watching us in Know the Boss. Thank you, Dr. Shah, for being a part of it.
Thank you.
Thank you.